proud native of the borough. The evening will also raise funds to improve the community recreation center and to help launch a Little League wrestling program for young athletes in the Haledon area. Joining us now is Dave Heitman, who is head wrestling coach at Manchester Regional High School and host of tomorrow's event. Good morning to you, Dave. Welcome.
Good morning, Ken. How are you?
Great, thank you. First of all, let me just say, I remember my friends who were wrestlers when I was in high school. It is unbelievable the amount of diligence, the effort, the working out, the training that it takes. It is not just this, it is this that comes to wrestling. Wrestling is I think every school has to offer it. It's such a brilliant sport. What can we expect at tomorrow's event, and how is Bruce going to be involved?
Okay, Bruce Baumgartner and a lot of people, he flies under the wire, Ken. When you say he makes Haledon proud, he makes
Right.
all of United States wrestling proud. He should make all of New Jersey proud. He's one of the greatest athletes in history. He has
Mhm.
4 Olympic medals, 2 golds, 9 world medals. All right, this guy is Michael Jordan. He's Wayne Gretzky. You go down the line, Babe Ruth. This is who he is in wrestling. And wrestlers are funny. They fly under the wire. And like you
Mhm.
said, it's the greatest sport in the world. All right. Cavemen wrestled, for crying out loud. It's the first sport. And so Bruce is going to come into town. We talked to Bruce. He's all about the kids. And he said, what do I got to do? And we said, we need you to come into town. And he's coming in. He's a very, very busy man. He's president of USA Wrestling now. He's president of the World Wrestling Association. All right. So he's going to be in tomorrow night. And we're filling up the place, the rec center over in Haledon. And we're trying to raise money. We don't have a little league in our school. And, we have a middle school team and they do as well as they can. But, in all sports, whether it's soccer, baseball, kids start when they're young. And for us to compete on a higher level and for the kids to get exposed to it and fall in love with it, we got to get a little league in town, and Bruce knows that, and everybody in town is on board. We're all fired up.
Excellent. My friend John, who used to wrestle, he was a wrestling champ in my high school in the city, and I remember asking him, "What body part do you work out the most for your wrestling?" And he said, "What body part? Every." He said, "There isn't a muscle in my body that I don't need functioning perfectly to wrestle. It is such an art and a sport, an incredible sport." How will the funds raised, by the way, support the community rec center? What do you guys need right now to help build it up a little bit more?
Well, and again, we take donations. We're doing anything, but we want to get the Little League on board. The rec center is in dire need of renovations, and the town is doing the very best they can. They struggle with budgets like everyone else. Town council, the mayor Johnson's been great with us. He's all fired up. What do you need, Dave? What are you doing? On the other hand, our school board, John Coviello, our superintendent, everybody came together on this thing. And, so what we needed was community, and the community is coming together and they're realizing we have a really great rec center here. It just needs help. And, so we're excited about this. We're struggling. Haledon right now has a water issue, as you well know. And
Yep.
but we're going ahead. We're wrestlers, and your friend who wrestled, he's absolutely right. My earlobes hurt when I'm done wrestling. Everything hurts. My hair hurts, so it's the greatest sport in the world, and it's a life lesson sport. And we want to give this to the kids. We want the kids to see this, especially in this town where the kids will really grasp a hold of it and make them better people. Better
And Dave,
people.
just for the record, my friend, after 4 years of champion wrestling, he went on to
Yes.
become, get this, an attorney, a CFP, and a CPA. All three.
Thank
It just shows you the training and
you.
the diligence that wrestling will give you, because his diet was regimented, his workout plan was regimented. He didn't drink alcohol, he never smoked, and he worked out like a fiend. And
Yeah.
this is what he did later. He applied all those skills to life, and he's a success to this day. And he always credits his wrestling with that. Wrestling is an amazing thing.
And it's also a sport of character. Okay. All right. You respect your opponents.
Yes.
Okay. For the rest of their lives. And when most firms today are smart, Navy SEALs, they're going to be at the event tonight because they recruit swimmers and wrestlers, all right, because of their work ethic, all right. And in spite of what people believe, all right, it's a team sport. All right. You wrestle for that guy's side beside you. Like the Marines, they fight for that man beside them. And you do better. When you fight for other people, you do better. And so it's everybody should put their kid into wrestling at least for
Mhm.
a little while. All right. It's not for everybody. Okay. It is incredibly difficult. But anyway, the best of the best of the best is from New Jersey, Ken, and
Yes.
people need to know that, and they don't know it because of his humility, his humbleness. Okay, you'd stand next to him in the deli, and you wouldn't know this guy won 9 world medals,
Unreal.
17 national titles. Okay, and you would never know it. He's a regular dude, and that's the beauty of the sport. All right, we're
And
humble
could only
because there's
imagine.
always someone out there that can beat us. What's that?
I'm just thinking, I'm sorry, Dave, to step in here. I'm just thinking of what effort and all the training and the data, the things you give up, but in order to just focus on that and to become one of the best, literally the GOAT, one of the best in the whole world at it, is just it's so inspiring to think that he's one of us. He's from the Garden
He,
State.
he
Just
is
it
the
really
GOAT.
is amazing.
He is
Yeah.
the GOAT. And I really appreciate your time because people don't know enough about what the sport does for people.
You know what, Dave? And I'm sorry, and I mean no offense to like the quote unquote pro wrestling, like the World Wrestling Foundation, that kind of thing. I mean no disrespect to them because these guys are also. I mean, look, you can't throw each other across a platform like that and not be in good shape. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about trained,
Yeah.
ethical, real wrestling, and especially in an era when we're worried about football head injuries, we're worried about like boxing head and facial injuries. Wrestling isn't that, right? Wrestling is about honing and toning and rules and regulations. And if you want to make sure your kid is in a great sport and not have to worry about concussive issues down the line, that's your sport right there.
Well, I'll tell you what, people don't know. And I tell the kids in the wrestling room every day, this is going to be the best shape you're ever going to be in your life. We're working high school kids like, 2 hours a day they work. We go in and we work, we work. I have a great staff. Okay. And, Division I wrestlers in a room that just want to teach. And nobody who's coaching in wrestling is doing it for the money. No
Mhm.
one. They're doing it for what it does for the kids. All right. Every wrestling coach that you see is not in there. They're in there for the right reasons. And every wrestlers you see, doctors, lawyers, like you said, they go out and they achieve no matter what they do, no matter whether they're police officers or they're in the military. They refuse to lose. They just keep on trucking, and they'll go through injury. We work through injury. Stuff happens. But again, the discipline and we don't get enough and we don't look for it. I think that's the thing. But you see guys going to UFC who are winning, the wrestlers. All right, they go in and they're beating people, winning UFC titles. And why?
Right.
Because of the skill sport. That's it right there.
100%. 100%. Dave, how could people attend or get involved if they want to support, even if they can't go and they want to support? What's a website for them to get more information and to help out?
Well, we have a Falcon Wrestling Center. Okay, we have not such a website, but we do have an email. So it's Falcon Wrestling Center at gmail.com. Okay, and then again, we're going to be going strong tomorrow night. We don't really have a lot of seats, and we're struggling with the water issues. The rec center right now is set up for showers. It's set up for water,
Yeah.
and the mayor. We're working on parking. So it's going to be hard to get in the door. We're just happy with what we have. But, if you go to Falcon Wrestling Center at gmail.com, there's information there. And then again, if you want to pursue it more, Dave Heitman at yahoo.com, I'd be happy to personally answer this. And
For
the
those,
beauty
by
of
the way,
this,
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Dave. I'm sorry.
and the beauty of this sport is, all right, if you want to call Michael Jordan, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I highly doubt you want to show up at LeBron James's front door and throw baskets. It ain't going to happen. All right. But wrestlers, I've been on the phone with Dan Gable, sent information. You talk
Mhm.
about professional wrestling. Kurt Angle sent in a video for Bruce. Kurt Angle's a
Wow.
professional wrestler who won a gold medal. He sent me information. I called him on the phone. Okay, and not a problem. And I mean, who knows this? Who am I? And they answer the phone, and they're all in it to make the sport a better sport. And by the way, adding girls, New Jersey has done a
Hmm.
great job with the young
Yep.
ladies, a great job. All right, I think the best in the country. And USA Wrestling brought in the girls, and it's helping college wrestling. It's helping everyone.
Amazing. And just so for those people, I wanted to say from Central and South Jersey who don't realize what we're talking about with the water in Patterson, we had a major water main break last week, and it's still not. I guess it's still not 100% fixed, and so all the towns around Patterson that rely on that water, they have no water. And any water that they're getting little to no. You can't drink, you can't shower in it, so they're having to use, in this case, the rec center or high schools to shower and
Oh,
get
nothing.
drinking water.
No high
It's
school.
horrible.
Nothing. We have nothing. So we had to get Porto Johns, and we're making it work. We're wrestlers.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Hopefully this week. Hopefully it'll be. We hope it'll. This is a 140-year-old water system. That's the shame. Why did they let it go 140 freaking years? Excuse me. Look at my Italian coming out. That should have been taken care of 50 years ago. They should have replaced that system. They keep putting it off until it's too late. We'll
We
do
need a
another
bunch
show
of
on that one.
wrestlers. We need a bunch of wrestlers working on that one, Ken.
You'll have it fixed in an hour. All
No
right,
kidding.
Bruce. Bruce, I called you. See that? I'm calling you Bruce, Dave.
How's your
I just want
first?
to make sure everybody knows the event honoring Olympic gold medalist superstar from Haledon, Bruce Baumgartner. It's going to be held tomorrow evening starting at 6:30. It is still on in spite of the water issues at the Falcon Wrestling Center in Haledon, raising funds to improve the community rec center and to launch a Little League Wrestling Center. Dave Heitman, head wrestling coach at Manchester Regional High School. Thank you for joining us this morning. Come back again, please.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ken. Much
You
appreciated.
bet.